Hi, I'm professional fight instructor John Clements, and today we're going to look at the Maldon Viking Sword and Sax from the Battle Cry line by Windlass. Now, the Viking sword is one of the most distinct and unique sword designs to ever come out of Western Europe. This was a weapon that transitioned from the Greco-Roman, Celtic, Germanic swords into the Middle Ages. This is the precursor to your medieval knightly chivalric swords. Why? Because this is the first blade, the first long single-handed blade that was able to use both edges fully, to take advantage of the ability to transition from cut to thrust to slice. This was a weapon that was tough, that was strong, and was known for its aesthetic qualities. It was able to deliver fearsome blows and encounter thick furs and cloths of the northern climes, as well as chainmail, leathers, fight against axes, spears, and anything else it could encounter. It became legendary. What makes the Viking sword so unique is that you have a blade that is thin and wide, and when it hits into metal-rimmed heavy shields or chain armor, it doesn't bend, it doesn't fold, it doesn't break. It's able to slash and cut and deal with anything that it can encounter. The Viking Sax, Scramasax, is probably the world's oldest combat utility knife. Now, this is a weapon that was a common tool. You could use it to butcher a hunted animal, chop firewood, slice meat and leather, cut rope on a ship. But it was also a serviceable combat weapon, a tactical combat knife. Look at that hilt. That's a sword hilt. The Battle Cry line offers a sax that matches its Viking Maldon sword. And what's unique about the sax is that it's a single-edged blade with a thick back. Not only does that give it a very deep cutting angle, but it also allows it to be used in a number of different ways, so that depending on how you're fighting with it, there are techniques. A Viking might be using a shield and a sword and still have that sax tucked in there and ready to be used, particularly if he drops his weapon, loses a weapon, or he closes in against an opponent. Either way, the weapon is right there, always ready to be used. When we think of the use of a shield, you often see it held this way, in front. But most of the time, it would have been held more like this, particularly in single combat, to guard the whole side and allow the weapon its agility to strike around. A lot of times when you see swords used, sharp blades used full force on a realistic target, they never want to show you the blade afterwards. But this blade, although it has a little bit of scraping and scratching on the edge, as would be expected with any real blade, it's perfectly capable of being resharpened and repolished with a little bit of effort. But there's no deformation in the blade, no warping. The edge hasn't folded or cracked or dented or bent. That's how I know it's a weapon I could trust.